Hello there, this is biggerlouie1988 and I am the best in the world at doing DVD reviews. Girl, I'm only joking. This is my DVD review of this year, Wrestlemania 2. It was held, I believe, in 3 different locations in Uniondale, New York, at the arena, the Nassau Coliseum, in Rosemont, Illinois, at the Rosemont Horizon, and Los Angeles, California, in the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Now this DVD of WrestleMania 2, this one is a lot better than the first WrestleMania in my personal opinion. So I'm going to go through the matches, tell you what I personally think. So here we go. The first match was the magnificent Muraco, who was accompanied to the ring by Mr. Fuji, took on Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. This was in New York. This was, you expected it to be a pretty decent match, but it ended. It really did end in a shitty way, in my personal opinion. It started off really good, and then it just ended really bad. This match ended in a double count out. There was no winner, and the New York crowd let it be known because they were chanting bullshit, and it just wasn't right. Just wasn't right in my opinion, and it ended what was gonna be a good match, and it made it a crappy match. The next match was for the Intercontinental Championship. It was George the Animal Steele challenging the Intercontinental Champion Macho Man Randy Savage, who was accompanied to the ring by Miss Elizabeth. The only way I can describe this match was just a pure comedy match, and fairly decent to watch. You know, they told a good story in the ring, because the story was George the Animal Steele, who was in love with Miss Elizabeth, and Macho Man Randy Savage played that to his advantage to get the win. And there was fairly decent action, and at the end, Macho Man Randy Savage pins George the Animal Steele with putting his legs on the second rope, and he got the 1, 2, 3 for the victory. The next match was George Wells taking on Jake the Snake Roberts, who is one of my personal favourite wrestlers to watch. It certainly wasn't one of the best Jake the Snake Roberts matches to watch, but you could see, you know, they were definitely trying in this match. George Wells certainly worked for his money in this match, but at the end, it's definitely not worth a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's somewhere there in the middle, and what happened at the end of the match was Jake the Snake Roberts gets the pinfall he gives George Wells the DDT. He is your winner. And the next match was the special boxing match. It was Roddy Piper with Cowboy Bob Orton in his corner, taking on Mr. T with Smoking Joe Frazier in his corner. Now this is perhaps the crappiest thing in WrestleMania 2. I can't even call this a match in my, from what I think. Why in the hell did they have a special boxing match at WrestleMania 2? They could have just done a one-on-one match between Roddy Piper and Mr. T, but no, they did not do that. And even if it was a real boxing, scratch that. If it was a fake boxing match, then there's just no point. If it, let them have a real boxing match, real hits and real shots. They weren't even hitting each other in the face. It was just, it was crap, absolutely crap. And if you have this and you WrestleMania 2 and you haven't watched it yet, please skip the Roddy Piper and Mr. T match. But Mr. T wins this match against Roddy Piper by disqualification, because Roddy Piper body slammed Mr. T and all hell broke loose, and it was just absolutely crap. So those were the 4 matches what were held in New York. And then we went all the way to Chicago, and the matches there was the first match was for the Women's Championship. It was the Fabulous Moolah defended her title against Velvet Mcintyre. This was fairly too quick for me to even enjoy this match. I think it lasted about 1 minute 30 odd seconds. If I could be wrong. I'm sure people who are watching this will tell me down here. But this ended too quickly. It didn't give me enough time to enjoy the match, and Fabulous Moolah gets a pinfall on Velvet McIntyre. She's still the women's champion. The next match is a flag match. It is Nikolai Volkoff with Classy Freddie Blassie in his corner, taking on Corporal Kirchner, the USA taking on the USSR. And the fans seem to enjoy this because they're all for patriotism, and this again was a little bit too quick. It lasted a little bit longer than the Fabulous Moolah Velvet McIntyre match, but again, not one of my favourite matches to watch. Classy Freddie Blassie threw his cane into the ring for Nikolai Volkoff. Corporal Kirchner caught it in midair, hit Nikolai Volkoff on the head, got the pinfall for the 1, 2, 3. Corporal Kirchner wins the flag match, and the fans just lapped it up. But for me personally, I did not enjoy this match, so definite thumbs down. The next match is a 20-man battle royal featuring the superstars and players from the NFL. So I'm going to go through the names who participated in this battle royal. So here we go. There was Jimbo Jimbo Covert, who plays for the Chicago Bears, Pedro Morales, the first Triple Crown winner of the WWE, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, Ted Arcidi, Harvey Martin, a former player of the Dallas Cowboys, the Golden Boy Dan Spivey, Hilly Jim, King Tonga, the Iron Sheik, Ernie Holmes, who is a former player of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair and Jumping Jim Brunzell, Big John Studd, Bill Frelick, who is a former player of the Atlanta Falcons, the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Russ Francis, who is a former player of the San Francisco 49ers, Bruno Sammartino, and William the Refrigerator Perry, and Andre the Giant. And this was a fairly good battle royal, to watch. And because of this match had NFL players, you didn't know if they were going to be okay in the ring, but they did really well. And the winner of the Battle Royal, last eliminating Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, is none other than Andre the Giant. He won the Battle Royal. And the next match is for the Tag Team Championships. It is the Dream Team, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake, who's accompanied to the ring by Johnny Valiant, and they were defending their championships against the British Bulldogs, who was accompanied to the ring by Captain Lou Albano and none other than Ozzy Osbourne. This was perhaps, in my opinion, one of the top two matches in this WrestleMania 2 card. A lot of great action, told a brilliant story in the ring, good drop kicks, clotheslines, suplexes, you name it, they did it. And a fantastic match. And what happened was Dynamite Kid was on the turnbuckle. British Bulldog rammed Greg the Hammer Valentine's head into Dynamite Kid's head, knocked him out. They went for the pinfall, 1, 2, 3. The British Bulldogs won the Tag Team Championships against the Dream Team. And that was it from Chicago, from the Rosemont Horizon. And we went all the way to Los Angeles. And the first match on the Los Angeles card was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat taking on Hercules Hernandez. This, what I thought, was perhaps not the best Ricky Steamboat match, but the best Hercules Hernandez match. Ricky Steamboat certainly carried Hercules in a fairly decent match. Good action back and forth, but at the end it was none other than Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got the pinfall victory on Hercules Hernandez for the 1, 2, 3. The next match was adorable Adrian Adonis, who was accompanied to the ring by the Mouth of the South himself, Jimmy Hart, took on Uncle Elmer. Now, I really didn't think I was going to enjoy this match, but this was okay. Fairly decent action. considering the size of Uncle Elmer, a fairly huge guy, they couldn't really do much, but it was okay. Not worth a thumbs up or a thumbs down, somewhere there in the middle. And what happened was adorable Adrian Adonis went to the turnbuckle, jumped off, headbutt, got the pinfall for the 1, 2, 3. Adorable Adrian Adonis wins this by pinfall. And the next match is a tag team match. It is the Funk Brothers, Terry Funk and Dory Funk, but he was called Hoss Funk, you know, for some reason. And they were accompanied to the ring by Jimmy, Mouth of the South Heart, and they took on the Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana. Now this match went everywhere and it was fantastic. Like with the Tag Team Championship match, this is the best 2 matches on this WrestleMania 2 card. Brilliant action back and forth, and told a great story in the ring. The wild brawls outside of the ring were fantastic. Years ahead of its time, because this was in 1986, and it was fairly good. And Terry and Dory Funk Jr. Hoss Funk got the pinfall victory on the Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana. Now we come to the main event. It is the steel cage match for the WWE Championship. King Kong Bundy, the challenger, who was accompanied to the ring by Bobby the Brain Heenan, and he challenges Hulk Hogan for the championship. Now, if I had to choose 3 best matches on this WrestleMania 2 card, now this one would have to be number 3. It was certainly, you know, a good match. Had the audience at the edge of their seat, and Hulk Hogan busted King Kong Bundy open, which added more drama to the match. Fairly decent, and as predicted, Hulk Hogan climbs over the cage and reaches to the bottom. He's still your WWE champion, and at the end he gets hold of Bobby the Brain Heenan, drags him into the cage, gives him an atomic drop, and rams him into the cage. This fall leaving the fans very happy in the arena. And that's it. That's my DVD review of WrestleMania 2. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to them. Always appreciate the response which I get. Even if it's just by one person, you know, I'm very happy if you watch my video. Always appreciate it. And that's my review. My next review will be, I believe, UFC 3, The American Dream. And again, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. See you later. Bye bye.